I am here in my brand new art studio and very excited to share this next lesson with you. So let's get running. Okay, so today's lesson is all about line. But before we get started, I always like to kick off class with our art motto. And it goes a little something like this. I will try my best, I will be creative, and I will problem solve. When we do this in every single lesson, we're sure to be a good success. Now, today's project is about line, but a specific kind of line called contour line. Contour line is really simply just the line that we draw outside of an object. Now, we're not getting into a lot of fine detail, but the project that we're doing is amazing and you're not going to believe what your brain can do. We will begin by drawing self-portraits with contour line. Yes, these look very silly. Now there's a specific way to do this, and what you do is you do not pick up the pencil off of your page. You're going to make one continuous line, and the other thing is you are not going to look at your page at all. Yup, it's called a blind contour drawing, and it's where you take a look in the mirror and just on the page let your pencil run and draw what you think you see. The amazing outcome is awesome. It's really, really gonna surprise you. Now we're just doing contour line, so we're not really focusing on a lot of detail. The project today is also gonna deal with color. So we're gonna take a look at our color wheel and talk about different color families. This is the result. This is one sample of what your artwork might look like. However, I know that your creative ideas are gonna blast mine out of the water. Let's get into our lesson. We're gonna draw 4 blind contour self-portraits and layer and overlap those drawings. Then we're gonna use 4 different color schemes: primary, complementary, warm, and cool. Okay, I want to take a couple of minutes to talk about color theory. One of the things is there are many different color families. We have primary, which I think some of us know about, the 3 primary colors. Our primary are our yellow, blue, and red. They make up every other color in the rainbow by mixing these 3 colors. Next, we have secondary colors. Our secondary colors are the colors that are used when you combine yellow and red, yellow and blue, and red and blue. So if our yellow and our red come together, they make orange, red and blue, violet or purple, blue and yellow equal green. The next set of colors on our color wheel, we're going to talk about complementary colors. Complementary colors you can think of as opposite. All right, now every color has an opposite, and the way you find the opposite is to look directly across the color wheel. Yellow's opposite is purple or violet. Red's opposite is green. Orange's opposite is blue. Those are the complementary colors. They complement each other very well and create a fantastic contrast to make your artwork look interesting. Next, we're going to talk about the color family called analogous. Analogous colors you can think of as neighbors. And they usually come in sets of 3. 3 neighbors. analogous. Now, the reason I think of them as neighbors is because they are colors that are next to each other on the color wheel. When mixing colors, it is a really great thing to do to start off with mixing analogous colors. So this would be an example of analogous: yellow, yellow-orange, and orange. If we take out these tertiary or extra colors, then we would think of our analogous colors as yellow, orange, and red. Those could be analogous. But that's not all. There are many combinations: red, violet, and blue. Those are analogous. And you can keep doing that all the way around the color wheel. The next group I want to talk about is warm colors. And when I think of warm colors, a reminder for me is a warm, sunny day. All the colors that portray warm would be yellow, orange, red, and sometimes purple. Those are the warm colors. They remind us of hot sun, fire, and the temperature that would feel warm. The last set of colors that I want to talk about are cool colors. And for that, I draw an ice cube. Yep, that would remind us of nice, cool, to the touch things. Pink, blue, and purple. These are the cool colors. All right, you are going to need to have a mirror on hand. And what you're going to do is you are simply going to draw the features of your face in an outline. So we're not looking at a ton of details. You can peek at your page. This is a modified contour drawing, but you will want to be looking at your page only for about 90% of the time. If you pick up your pen, make sure you put it right back where you started, because really the goal is kind of just to make an outline of your face. Do not worry if this does not look exactly like you. Now, just take a peek every once in a while to make sure that your features are in the right spot. Then what you're going to do is turn the page and start a second version of your self-portrait. Your drawings can overlap. That is what we're looking for. I want you to have some overlap on your drawing because it's going to create some fantastic shapes. It's going to create a lot of organic shapes, and we're going to use those shapes later in our project when we color them in. Okay, I flipped my page upside down. I wanted to make sure my faces overlapped each other. So don't worry too much about how these look. These are going to look a little silly and weird. They're supposed to. You're not looking at your page. Have fun with this, but make sure your shapes overlap because we're going to use those very soon. All right, I'm starting my fourth and final self-portrait, and I really thought it would be fun to have this one just peeking up off of the page. So get creative with your placement, make sure you're looking at the details of your hair, and just creating like an outline of what it looks like. Not a lot of fine detail or hatch marks. This is going to be so fun to add color to. Alrighty, on to my favorite part, which is coloring. So now that we've overlapped these shapes and we have this fun and funky vibe of these portraits, we're gonna color in those organic shapes with different color schemes. Now each portrait is gonna have its own color scheme. One will need to be primary colors, red, yellow, blue. One will be complementary, you can choose, but they are colors that are across from each other on the color wheel. Then you will do one that has warm colors only, and then you'll do one that has only cool colors. Can you guess which complementary colors I used? Let's see if I did my job and I have all of my color schemes. Let's see, I have my primary one, I have warm color, cool color, and my complementary. It looks like I did it, and I can view this from all different angles. I hope you had fun. Keep on arting.